right, it is hump day number 111, and we're climbing Thomas Mountain. Hopefully you can see some lights up there. I rode the 1200 GS tonight. It's been in Utah for, I don't know, 6 or 8 months, I think. So it's been a while. Kind of getting used to it again. I forgot what it was like having this much power between my legs. Going from the KLR and the Himalayan. Gotta learn to control myself a little bit. This is an 06, so there's no traction control, so I definitely need to watch the throttle. Whoa, bird. Alright. So I've got my good buddy Ian Schoenlieber. He's riding behind me on his WR250R. Actually asked him to do that because I'm the only guy on one of these big heavy BMWs tonight, and I have had the experience of having to pick it up, I don't know, 100 times, and it's awfully nice to have somebody to help you. When I first started riding the big bikes, you know, ego kind of takes over and you want to do it all yourself and ride it in some technical, harder trails. I think I kind of proved to myself enough that now, if I drop the damn thing, I am probably the first guy with my hand up like, hey, come over here and help me pick it up. It's just part of the fun of owning a heavy adventure bike. So, as I said before, I'm riding my 2006 R1200 GS. It actually even has the mag wheels on it. It's been a fantastic adventure bike. Never had issues with the wheels, knock on wood. And I probably run a little more air pressure than I typically would on a standard spoked wheel. You know, somewhere between 20 and 25 off-road, depending on the terrain. Sometimes with baby heads and stuff like this, I'll go a little bit harder and just ride a little bit slower. Been a great bike though, and I'm running the Modoz Tractionator Adventures. I've been through a few sets of these. It's just an all-around great tire for an adventure bike, especially the bigger, heavier adventure bikes like this one. Hooks up real well. A little bit noisy on the highway, but anything with a little bit of off-road tread is going to do that. But I'm really happy with them. I've had the Rolls or Rallies, I'm not even sure how you pronounce it, real similar to this tire on my KLR 650, and that's been a great tire there too. I'm a Modoz fan. They just last quite a bit longer than a lot of the other tires on the market, especially on the heavier bikes. Oh, and some other exciting news. I am the new brand ambassador for Motoport. Just make phenomenal riding gear. After enough crashes on this big heavy bike, I have learned to slow down a little bit. Try to pick the best line. One of the neat sections of this ride to get over here into these big oak trees. Oak trees in the sand. we do Thomas Mountain, we'll typically categorize this ride as intermediate, just because of the amount of sand and rocks and washed out areas. It's a little bit intimidating for a brand new rider. It's great practice for guys that are on more of an intermediate level, or guys that just really want to improve their skills. Nothing super technical. You just got to get through some sand, get used to riding over some rocks, and there's always the potential for getting stuck in a rut, which right now, I haven't had rain in a while. I think a lot of the heavier ruts have been kind of worn down by heavier vehicles like cars and razors and jeeps. But this is great practice, and I definitely encourage coming out and riding with us on our weekly Wednesday Hump Day rides. Definitely, we're here to help you hone your skills and have fun, and give all your good buddies a little bit of a hard time from time to time. Oh, there's a light. What is going on? And there we go. Perfect example. Getting into a rut. So this is really the biggest rut on the whole ride. Right here. We've all done it right there. Every single one of us, I think, has been stuck in that rut at one time or another. All right up ahead, you can pass me. Do you need help? Just keep riding down a little further. Yeah, this rut right here, it gets guys all the time. Kind of a surprise. I'll just put up here a little ways. Right there, perfect example. You get to practice spinning your bike around in a rut, getting out of a rut. Friends get to laugh at you for a few minutes watching you struggle. Good times. All right, hump night number 111, Thomas Mountain.
Hey, do they know that light, that sharp right? Cool. Because if they go straight, they're going to end up at Lake Hump.
We just need someone to lead that can make the right-hand turn.
Do you guys know this trail? Nope.
And we're off. And those are some really bright lights. Baja Design seems to be the light of choice tonight. Gonna stop, let the dust settle, it looks like. A little bit dusty.
A lot of dust.
I know. I'm gonna hang back just a little bit. Maybe give you guys a minute or two.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you up there. Cannot think of a better way to spend a Wednesday night.